Despa Aniwula and today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mache, Majo, Maha, Majo. Menk Bakat, Menk Osher, Menk Rahui. Just all different ways to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Bejan Bama, the Brooklyn-born Bejan Bama page, where we over here sip on some cocoa and grow together. Hold on, let me get my cocoa. Yeah, we don't have the tea. We don't bring the coffee. We bring the cocoa. Welcome. All right. So I wanted to talk about procrastination. I'm talking about procrastination because I am the master of procrastination. But we are doing much better. We're not working on something. I mean, we're not trying to do something. We're doing it. We are doing much better with that. So this is my second video, and I wanted to talk about procrastination. You know, when I was, if you see in my background, this is me working on my my space. This is my business space. It's a bit messy, as you can see. But I'm working on getting it straightened out. It's actually a little better than it was before. My table's a little more cleaned off. As you can see, some of the shelves are in place. So it's a slow work, but it's working nonetheless. My camera keeps falling. Okay, it's a slow work, but it's a work in progress nonetheless. So I'm okay with showing you my background because I'm going to be filming these videos, and you're going to see that looking a lot better as time goes on. But today I'm talking about procrastination. Procrastination. Well, actually, before I get to that, I have always seemed to find myself in the past in a lot of different sales jobs. I used to work for Kirby. It's a vacuum cleaner, amazing vacuum, by the way. I used to sell Kirby's, and then I used to work for this travel company, where I, sold travel packages and all that other stuff. And then, for my own business, Sensational Touch, of course, you're dealing with customers and you're selling because it's natural handmade products. That I still do. I still do that. I don't do the other stuff anymore, but I still do that. So I was always in the sales space. And a lot of times when you're in these different spaces where you have to sell an item, sell yourself, sell something to the public, those jobs usually, I shouldn't say jobs because they were jobs / business because it was commission based. So even though, no, the second one was the travel space was definitely your own business. The first one was a job, but you got paid 100% on commission. So it was almost like your own business, even though you didn't have the LLC. You didn't get paid if you didn't sell. So it was 100% commission, and that was with Kirby. But all of those types of jobs usually walk hand in hand with what they call personal development. And personal development develops you as a person, of course. Oh, and I also sold memberships at a gym. I used to do a gym that no longer exists. Living Well Lady. Yes, I was a aerobics instructor. We sold memberships to people. But one of the things that I learned that it kind of comes along with personal development. And the best of those jobs will come with a lot of personal development that the company itself will sponsor and host and have you go through. Because they understand that in order for you to get better at presenting a product to a person, or at least I believe the philosophy is that in order for you to be better at presenting a product to a person, that you have to be, one, comfortable in who you are as an individual, and you have to have good self-esteem. Because you're going to get told no a lot, and you can't get beat down by the no's. You have to be able to hear no and keep it moving and keep it pressing. So they do things to develop your character, to develop your stamina in being able to hear no and keep going, to develop your skills of being able to push forward in the face of adversity. because you face a lot of adversity. It's not easy to be told no, to be honest. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people, I think, in life have so many challenges in going forward with their own businesses, because you're going to come up against opposition, and not people. A lot of people aren't able to bounce back from that. They're not able to push forward in the face of being told no. No, that's not a good idea. I don't like your idea. No, that's not a good product. No, I do not want to support what you're doing. No, 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 no. As a matter of fact, I remember being somewhere selling my products, products that I made myself. I make them. And so these are handmade products, and I was selling them somewhere. And this man came up to me and he looked at me. He says, "You didn't go to college?" And I was like, "Yes, I actually did go to college, but why are you asking?" He says, "Why are you doing this? Why are you selling that?" I mean, those are the types of things. He's like, "Why don't you get a job?" Because I'm somewhere selling my products, and he thought that that was something that was below me. Why are you not having a job? Why are you somewhere selling these products, building my own business? So, that's the type of mentality that you can come up with when you're selling products of any kind. You come up with all kinds of personalities that can pull you down, that can really try to throw you off what you're trying to accomplish and make you feel bad about wanting to achieve something for yourself. So you have to have thick skin. You have to have a level of determination that's like, you're not going to stop me. You have to have that ability to kind of push through. It takes something. It takes courage. It takes stamina, and it takes some thick skin. So a lot of times when you're in a sales job, it comes with these personal development courses that they kind of give you to help build that within you, to help build that kind of character that has that stamina, that has that courage, it builds your thick skin, and it helps you to sell the product, because that's the end product. You want to sell the product, whatever that product may be, in the face of adversity. So, procrastination. Procrastination, I think, is a skill that people develop, or it's a safety net that people develop when you're trying to do something that you know is going to benefit you, but you understand that there's challenges in front of you and you're not really ready to face them. You don't have a thick enough skin yet to be able to deal with the challenges that come with doing that thing. So you procrastinate. That's just one of the symptoms. This is one of the things that I've learned in my life. It may not be true for you, but for me, I know it's definitely true. Anytime I want to try to do something and there's a level of fear there that I'm allowing to take over what I'm trying to do, two things happen with me. I procrastinate, or I become indecisive. I become indecisive about what I want to do, and I will convince myself down to the core, that there's something else to do that's better than what I'm doing right now. Oh, okay, I'll get to that as soon as I get this done. Okay, I know I want to do this, and I know in order to be accomplished at this thing, I have these 3 steps that I have to take, but I will procrastinate getting to those 3 steps because I know there's a challenge in front of me that somewhere, some aspect, some part of me is not ready to face. So understand what procrastination is. It's fear. It's fear. And in order to be accomplished at anything, you have to get over that fear. And it's good to kind of know for you, the people out there who are watching this, what that procrastination is for you. For me, that procrastination represents fear. That challenge that I know is out there, it might not be the first thing I have to do. It might not be the second step that I have to take, but it may just be that 3rd step that I have to take. And then I know, oh, this is real. I'm really doing this. I'm about to embark on this journey, and I have no excuses now. What am I going to do now? I have no excuses. I have to face it. I have to overcome. I have to face that challenge. I have to be courageous. And that can be scary to overcome a step in the okay, I hope y'all are not hearing dings because I'm sorry, there are a lot of notifications that are uh-oh, what did I do? I stopped the recording. Okay, so there are not a lot of notifications that were popping up. Anyway, I stopped my recording, so this is 2 recordings, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to join them together. So it'll be 1 recording. Anyway, talking about procrastination. You just have to be courageous. You have to be able to, in the face of that fear, go and do the thing anyway. Go and take that class anyway. Spend that money for this course that you have no guarantee that it's going to be the right thing for you. Like, here's a course, maybe a real estate course. You want to become a real estate agent, but you have to take a course. And you're like, but am I going to be good at that? Am I going to be good at real estate? Do I really want to do that? That's that thought. That's that fear of, am I going to be successful at this thing? So am I going to be willing to spend the money to take the course to be successful at this thing, at real estate? We're just putting something hypothetical out there. Or is it going to be a waste of my money? Am I going to be successful at that thing? You have to take a chance. You have to don't allow your fears to get in front of what you're doing, because in the end, okay, it's just money. You can earn more. It's not wasted unless you waste it. So when you're procrastinating, I know for me, when I'm procrastinating, that's me doubting my ability to get the thing done. When I'm being indecisive, oh, do I really want to do that? Am I just following the next trend, or do I really want to become this real estate agent? If the thought crossed your mind and that desire was there, that seed was planted somewhere inside of you, then if that's something that was planted somewhere inside of you and that thought crossed your mind, then it only takes for you to water that seed and give it the proper nutrients and put it in the right soil and give it the right amount of sun in order for that seed to grow inside of you. You can be accomplished at it by being decisive, by making that decision, not procrastinating. Take the steps that you need to take to accomplish the goal. And if you're not good at it at first, it's okay. Because practice is the mother of all skill. If you practice something in the correct way over a period of time, if you practice anything over a period of time, at the end of that period of time or after that period of time, you're going to be better at it. At the end of any period of time, you're going to be better at it. If you give yourself 3 months and you practice doing something for 3 months, at the end of 3 months, you'll be better at doing that thing that you are at doing it at the beginning of those 3 months. You will be better at the end of those 3 months than you were at the beginning of those 3 months. It might not be a lot better because maybe you're a slow learner, but it's okay. You're going to be better. And guess what? If you want to be even better, then give yourself another 3 months. And if you want to be even better, then give yourself another 3 months. Because if you continuously practice doing something, you're going to get better at it. So just know what are the things that you put in your way to stop you from accomplishing and achieving a goal. And for me, that's procrastination. When I start procrastinating, I know, all right, I got to step back, take account. What am I afraid of? What am I afraid of? Am I afraid of taking the first step? It might not be that first step. Am I afraid of taking a second step? It might not be that second step. It might not be any of the steps. It might be the reaction. I'm starting this as a new page. And I found myself in a space of procrastinating getting it started. And I had to stop and say, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid, or I should say not am, I was afraid of not being successful. I was afraid of what people might say. it wasn't a big fear, but that fear was there. So I had to be honest with myself. I had to be brutally honest with myself and try to understand what was causing me to be, to not take the next step. What was stopping me from not taking that next step? And that next step was just creating these videos. So since these videos are about growth, you and me growing together, me sharing my stories, sharing my life journey, sharing my experiences, to show you the processes and the steps that you can go through to overcome the challenge in your life so that we can grow. Because that's what this is about. This is about growing. When you are brutally honest with yourself, you don't have to tell anybody else that you have a fear. Telling someone that you have a fear is also a hard thing. And people have this fear of speaking in public. People have this fear of putting themselves out there. They have the fear of being criticized. I'm a YouTuber. That's why I'm making a YouTube page. But I watch a lot of YouTube and I see the criticism that can come from people being vulnerable. So me sharing my life stories and some of the things that I'm being challenged with is a sense of vulnerability that I'm sharing. And there's a fear that comes along with that. What am I going to do? Allow that fear to overcome me? Or am I going to take that and say, okay, well, look, I started this channel. This was about, when did I rebrand this channel? I can't remember what day I got on here and I said, I'm going to do it today. But it was several weeks ago. And I made the first video. The video didn't come out immediately after I made it. I made it because I want to have several videos in a row so that when it starts to come out, because I want them to come out every, at least 3 a week for a period of time. So I want to build up my bank of videos so that as they start coming out, then I'll have like videos scheduled already. So if I miss a day and I don't do the work because of whatever reason, there'll still be something in the queue to come out and then I can make it up another day. So I started it and I made that first video and I was excited, and then I ran to a brick wall. And I didn't make another one. And I was like, what? Why am I doing this? Why am I procrastinating? Why am I not doing what I said I was going to do? Part of that was the fear of criticism. Part of that was the fear of, am I going to actually make a difference? Because my goal is to make a difference. My goal is to say something, to inspire somebody, to say something, or sharing my experience. And hopefully somebody out there in these internet streets will see what I had to say and be like, yeah, let me do what she's doing and see if that can help me too. Will I actually make a difference? Do I actually have something to share? Those were the thoughts going to my mind. Do I actually have an experience that somebody else can learn from? And I got a little bit of a confirmation, but you don't always get confirmations that what you're going to do is going to make a difference. And then what are you going to do? You got to push forward anyway. But my push forward came in the form of a confirmation. Some sisters and I started a tea and conversation group. We're going to have that every so often, once a month, tea and conversation. And after that tea and conversation was over, me and one of the other sisters in the group, we had this long conversation after we were on the phone for a good 5 hours, just talking and talking and talking. And I realized we had so much in common, and some of the things that I wanted to do, she wanted to. And we never expected that to happen. We didn't know. We didn't talk about it ahead of the time. But we have so much in common. She's almost like my left hand. I'm like the left hand to her right hand, and she's the right hand to my left hand. It's weird. And she has the same name as my sister. Me and my sister are like this. We're like twins. And I just thought that was interesting too. I almost lost, I lost my train of thought. But I had to take a step back and really think about what was stopping me from making that second video. And part of what was stopping me from making that second video was thinking, this is not going to really help nobody. I'm not going to be able to say something or I share an experience that somebody can take away and pull away from and say, wow, I can utilize that. I can think about that. I can see what she did and then say, because I get inspired by things people say on YouTube all the time. And if I can get inspired by their stories, why can't somebody get inspired by mine? They can. So I'm going to share my journey, and I'm going to share things I experience in life. I'm going to share my thoughts on things that are happening out in the world, because I have a bank of knowledge that came from all of my life experience that people can learn from. Young people can learn from it, and old people. Because I watched some channels of young people and I'm like, damn, if I had that at her age, at the age that they are, I was like, how much further I could be in accomplishing the goals that I want to accomplish for myself. I got some grades, so you can just imagine my age. But being able to be brutally honest with yourself and really take an account of why you do things the way that you do. And if the repetition is the master of all skill, if every time I put a goal in front of me, I procrastinate, I start getting wishy-washy with the choices that I make. Oh, do I really want to do this? Get indecisive like I do. Those are the two biggest things that I do when there's fears in there that I haven't faced fully. When I haven't fully faced the fears that will hold me back, I get indecisive and then I procrastinate. I'll find something else to do. I'll find something else that's more important. I'll say, okay, I'm going to do it right after I do this. I'm going to do it right after I do this. I'm going to do it right after I do this. It never gets done. So if you find yourself procrastinating, stop yourself in that moment. What am I afraid of? Why am I not pushing forward? Be brutally honest with yourself. And then get up and just do the thing. Do it. Whatever it is, just stop in that moment and just do the thing that you're procrastinating. Just get up and do it. If you are being indecisive, oh gosh, I'm at a crossroads, I don't know where I want to go, I have these opportunities in front of me, what did your first mind say? What were you doing? What were you trying to accomplish in the first place? What was the first thing you wanted to do? You make a decision that you want to do something, then all of a sudden here comes this other thing that you can do. And then all of a sudden here comes this other thing that you can do. And then all of a sudden here comes this other thing. And you're like, oh, well, this is good too. And that's good to do too. And oh gosh, what do I want to do? But initially you said, I'm doing this. And then you got indecisive. Are you really indecisive? Are you afraid of doing that thing? Because it's going to challenge you. It's going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's going to poke at a fear that you have. It's going to bring it to the surface. And either you're going to sink or you're going to swim. And you're like, shit, I don't want to sink. I could drown. People can laugh at me. People can point the finger and say, what the hell do you think you're doing? Why do you think that you matter? Why do you think that you have anything important to say? Why are you on the street selling your products that you made? Go and get a job. Why are you going to build that business that you can build for yourself? Do something else. Go to college. People can criticize you. Face that fear and do that thing anyway. Be courageous. If you are Christian, pray to your Jesus. Yo, I want to do this. And it's a good thing to do. And I'm being indecisive. I'm procrastinating. Help me. You might be Muslim. I don't know who Muslims pray to, Allah, Muhammad. I really don't know. I honestly don't. I'm not trying to be funny. But whoever you pray to, pray. You may be traditional like I am. Pray to your ancestors. Ask them to help you out. Pray to the divinities that walk with you. Ask them to stand behind you. Tell them to give you the courage that you need to face the obstacles. See, this is I'm trying to do, not just for myself, but now I am a living example for the children that I have, for the grandchildren that are looking at me, for the young people that are around me, for my sister who is older or younger than me, but sees me accomplishing and can look at me and say, if her, why not me? If she can do it, so can I. Because that's what people are, an example of what can be accomplished. Or at least that's what they should be for you. An example of what can be accomplished. If somebody else is doing it, that's just the confirmation. That's the confirmation right there. Shit, if they can do it, I can do it. If they can make a YouTube page that inspires people to get out of their own way, I can do it. And that's what I want to do. So I wanted to share that experience because I said I'm going to make this YouTube page that's going to help me. I'm going to share my experiences, anything, my thoughts on anything, current events, things that happen in my life, conversation I had with a friend, my tea and and conversations that I have with my sister friends. And then be able to take that situation and pull out a certain aspect of it and share it with you, my YouTube family. And hopefully inspire you to get out of your own way and do that thing that you're trying to do. Take that real estate course that you want. You want to make a vision board because you think that vision boarding is going to help motivate you and propel you forward? Make that vision board. You have a business that you want to start, whatever that business is, take the first step and start in that business. If that means you have to do research, then start with the research. If you don't know how to do research, you can Google almost anything. Start with Google. How do I do this? Start with Google. We are in the information age, so you can get information on almost anything. You could go to these YouTube streams and you can search it here. How do I do this? How do I start this business? Somebody probably made a video about it. Go on Google. How do I start? What is the first 5 steps that I need to do to start to do this business? And you're going to get something. You're going to get a hit that's going to give you some ideas of what things you can do. Active actions that you can take to get started on the thing that you're trying to accomplish. And when you start procrastinating, just know that that is the first sign that there's some kind of fear inside of you that you're allowing to come to the surface to stop you from being great. Don't let him. Don't let it. Your indecisiveness is you trying to find an excuse for actually doing the thing that you said you wanted to do. You're not indecisive. You're making an excuse because you're afraid. Get over your fear. Take that first step and accomplish your goal. I got cleaning to do. I'm not going to procrastinate. I might not get it all done today. I might not get it all done today. Now I might. I'm not going to get it all done today because I ain't in my plans to get it all done today. It's a lot. But I'm going to get something done today. And the next day is going to be more. And the next day is going to be more. So thank you for watching. I hope you got something from this video. Don't forget to subscribe so that the next time I upload, you will get notified. And share this with somebody you think can benefit from what I had to say. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Born Beige and Bama.